So, if you're going to do chair-based exercise with anybody in a care setting, you need to do a risk assessment. And the amount of pushback I've had over the years on getting people to do risk assessments with older people they're about to exercise is unbelievable. What I'd say to you is any other sort of environment where you can deliver exercise, you have to do a risk assessment. And you're providing physical activity in a workplace environment, and you have a duty of care to the people that you're providing that to. And it's not me making this up. It's laid down in the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974. And the Management of Health and Safety at Work Regulations, I do believe it's 1999. You've got different ways of doing a risk assessment, and the problem with the sort of most common way, which is something called a PAR-Q, which is a physical awareness readiness questionnaire, is that if you use that on the majority of older people in care settings, they will fail it. And if they fail the PAR-Q, you have to ask a doctor for permission to exercise them. So my general advice is to cut out the middleman. You can run off PAR-Qs and you can do them if you want, but you'll generally find it's a waste of time, and you'll end up talking to the GPs that come into the care home environment anyway to get permission for the people to exercise or take part in your class. So I'd write a short note out to the GPs that visit with the suspects that you've got that want to take part in the session or are likely to. And I would basically just say, we're doing low intensity exercise. Is there any reason why Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Brown can't take part in your opinion? And that will give you a safety gate for you before you sit people in the room with you. So one more thing is that if you're working with older people in care environments, you're going to come across dementia. And the problem with dementia is the capacity to give permission to take part in the exercise session. So in reality, it's not a problem. I've never had a problem with it, but sometimes organisations worry about it. And the way around that is just to stick a note out to people who have limited capacity, to their legal guardian or a family member, just saying that you're providing physical activity and would it be all right for mum or dad to take part. If they say yes, on the day it still goes down to mum and dad whether they come into the group and actually take part in the physical exercise. So you're not depriving anybody of their rights. You're just templating yourself as an organisation, your posterior, to make sure that no one can come back and say that you've done anything you shouldn't have done, or you've exercised people against their wishes or anything else. So that's your sort of risk assessment in a nutshell. If you need more advice and support, come back and talk to us. There's a contact point at the end of this video. Generally, if you really are unsure, I'd recommend that you do one of the one-day courses that we run. And that's not on risk assessment, it's on chair-based exercise. It covers everything. So I hope this little short snippet is helpful, and maybe I'll see you on one of the courses. Bye-bye.